I want to welcome everybody. You're here with Garden Gnomes Etc. I want to show you real quick our display garden here. We showcase a lot of the real gorgeous waterfalls and products from the Universal rocks. This here, what I like to do is extend my enjoyment both in the morning and in the evening, because a lot of times with water gardens you see them during the day, and once it's nighttime you just hear the water. This here, you can get a lot of cool things going with not only foggers but the different types of lightings. Here we have the cave falls. A lot of people use it for as the LEDs for swimming pools, but let's just take a quick look. And that's one good thing that Garden Gnomes can do for you here with having these showcase gardens. Here in my landscaping, I can show you a lot of these cool things that normally you wouldn't see. Here we're coming upon, here's another one that we showcase, and it's real cool. I like these. This is a cascading, and you're not going to see too much of the rocks. You're going to have to see that on my video during the day, but this is for how you can really make these spectacular beauties light up and illuminate at night. Here we have a green and a blue egg light, and you can see how it takes care of the excuse me, the water, and also what it does is it goes across and hits all the rocks going around. Another thing that we do have, which is kind of really the king of all lighting, is the Atlantic water gardens. But enough of that, we're just going to keep this moving. I chose it to do right before it gets real dark, because a lot of the times it's very hard to capture stuff when it's pitch black. So you can virtually see all the different lighting and the fog that we got going on. Let's take a quick look. This is our medium waterfalls. We put this in. This is one that my son kind of designed. It's in a decorative basin, but again, we show you the different lights. We have over 1,000 LED lights, 8 foggers, and it's just to bring it a magical fantasy type of look, and also to get the enjoyment in the evening when you might be home from work and stuff, taking kids around to do their activities, and you're ready to relax. So this is a real cool way to enjoy your evening hours. We're into fall, so it's not going to be like you're going to be sitting out too long. We're going to come right along here on the other side of the water garden. This here is a 75-foot waterfall, and we have 3 ponds, and each one of these features and kind of highlights the different Universal rock. Here we have one of their, I'm not going to go through what each one is, but I like to use foggers wherever I can, just to give it that mystical type of appearance. Underneath we have an egg light to show the water underneath, which adds a lot. Over to the side we have an egg light. This is how you really get things going and moving, and you can see all the different lights from the egg light going off, and actually really makes things look nice. Here, going halfway slow, we're right on top of the cascade, which looks really cool at night. There again, it's just adding different lights in different directions to really show these things, and it really makes things look really cool. Coming to our next water garden, this one here is what I really enjoy about the Universal rocks. This is my little creation. It has 9 different rocks to it, and I strategically picked a lot of them just to show the different things out there. There's the corner falls, which is good for swimming pools. I think Garden Gnomes is about the only one that features it for a swimming pool. We also have the real cool bubblers, and again, this here kind of looks like at night when it hits the orange and the yellow, it almost looks like a mini volcano, because there is some fog coming out of it. Not a whole lot, but just enough to catch your eye. Over here, again, we use egg lights to kind of capture capture your eye, or show you that, you know, little areas. It doesn't take a lot to really bring out a lot of different things. Again, we have two of the color changing lighting from Alpine. These have, I think there's one with 144 LED lights, which is light emitting diodes. And again, you can set these to the different colors. You don't have to have them changing like I do. Again, we have the fogger up at the top. We have the rain chains, and I kind of like that because up above there we have an LED egg light which comes down and it kind of mixes with the rest of the lighting. Again, with the fog, every day it's different. Right now it kind of is cascading around all the different edges. Sometimes it comes across the water, sometimes with the different lighting effects. You can actually see the fog turning colors. It's really kind of, this is what I think this Garden Gnomes Etc is all about. You bring all the fog and the different lighting with the gnomes and the waterfalls. You got a real cool, magical, fantasy appearance. Moving right along. I see the video's getting a little bit too long, but sometimes you got to have something cool here. Okay, as we come in, this is kind of like the wow, where you, because this here actually, you can see all the way down the street, probably a good 500 feet. Again, I really love the way to light these, because if there wasn't any lighting or fog, you would just hear the water, and there's a lot of enjoyment to go on after hours. Here again, we have a Mr. Fogger by the trolls there. It's emitting quite a bit of fog. The Super Fogger, this here, and it just depends on how the wind is, and you know, if it's a real heavy condition or whatever you want to call it. I'm not no weather guy, but a lot of times this stuff cascades right up the rain chains. Again, we have different lighting from the rain chains coming down, and you can see it kind of illuminate off the side. I don't know if the camera's going to pick all this stuff up, but it's just gorgeous the way you can turn these different water gardens, and by having this, not only does it, I can make some pretty good videos to show you guys how to get things, but yeah, hey, you call me up if you're in the area. I'd be more than happy to show you, because this stuff is really, really neat. We have a couple changing lights. One's 144 LEDs. The other one I think is 72. I do have a couple that have remote controls also, where you can sit and play with it from a chair if you want and change the colors. Going to our last real cool one. This is probably my favorite as we come up onto the deck. This is one of our patio ones. I kind of really put a lot into this, because this is the one where we see all the time from inside the house, from a few bedrooms, the dining room and the kitchen. And again, we have a fogger, not only on the bottom, and like I said, depending on the way your wind and just the evening or the morning, everything's changing. If we have the whole house fan on, a lot of times it's sucking this fog right through the kitchen and through the living room, which is pretty cool. Up at the top, you can see it gives it another effect. It almost looks like a little volcano type of thing with the fog and the bubbling action. Another thing that I love about these egg lights, you can see right down here, it kind of creates a canyon effect. We have a pot rock, and also with the way the patio pond is, it has a nice sloping edge, so it looks like a canyon. I got the green light, and it's focusing right on the garden gnome. Again, we have a lot of the lights. Here's a light coming up from one of our rain chains, and what I like about that is it's kind of dispersing the blue light where it's coming off, and you're seeing it coming all directions off of your rock. So that's all I want to mention, is to share some of these things with you that you might not normally, you're not going to see on a normal website. You're not going to see it unless somebody really has some of these displays set up for you. And this stuff here is really huge right now. This is probably the biggest item to things to hit the garden scene in a long time, is these universal rocks. It's just because what you can do with them, you can interchange them, you can move them, they're repositionable, and they look so real. So I just want to share this, and we'll let you go with that.